This is Sparta!
Hello everybody and welcome back to Spin Tires. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we're going to continue where we left off after we uncovered the entire map. Now we've got to get these other 3 trucks unlocked. We don't have to unlock them, but you do get more points if you unlock them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump in a big truck, 4 logs. I'm going to fuel up at the fuel station, drive across the north, unlock those 2 trucks, if I can. I should be able to. And leave from there, go south, hit that fuel station, hit the B-131, unlock it, cross the big river that we failed in the last episode that we actually did a Let's Play, and then bring it all the way back over to the lumber mill. Now, I know that's an incredibly long trip because we're covering 3/4 of the map in length. So bear with me. I will try to make it as good as I can for you guys. And yeah, so let's just go ahead and get this thing started before we cause any more trouble. All right. Now this is the goofy one that tried to kill us in the what not to do episode. So keeping that in mind, we're going to try to avoid backing up at all costs. I say as I immediately have to back up. Let's go ahead and put the diff lock and all-wheel on. But as long as I'm not a goof, which we all know I am, but as long as I'm not a complete goof, we should be able to pull this off with no problem. Alright. We'll get the old Bessie up to speed. We'll get some fuel, stop in here for some fuel to fill our tank, because it's going to be a long journey. Alright, we are now officially full. Did we mark our way? No, we didn't. Alright. I think there's a maximum number of points you can put out, apparently. But anyway, that's where we're going to go. So let's get this journey onto the road. Depending on how long it takes me to get to the log station, I may cut this episode short and just be, okay, we have arrived at the log station. And because it does take quite a while. If you remember, it took us about 18 minutes to get to the garage, which is roughly the same distance. You just got to avoid jackknifing this little trailer because it will flip you over in a heartbeat. And then we want to slowly try to push one of these trees over if we can. I say slowly and then I just cream it. Alright. Tree's not cooperating, as usual. It's alright. Come on. What am I even hooked on? We're going through here, one way or another. I'm not a fan of these trees, man. By golly, we got her in that time. Just had to give the beans to her. We're going to be going through the swamp today, so what I'm probably going to do is just put her down in low and just cruise right on through it. We don't need to go super fast, so I don't need to stay in auto. We're not going to climb the cliff, we're just kind of using it as a way to stay out of the deepest of the stuff. Because, you know, we do have a long journey and we want to make it as quickly as possible, preferably without spending the entire episode stuck. Speaking of which way are we going? Alright, so we need to make a left turn. Yep. I guess it would help if I'm actually paying attention. So we get around that. Now we've got to go straight through. Just keep her to the floor. Let it keep moving. You don't want to stop. And then it allows the engine to keep pushing air through, which keeps the water out of the exhaust. Or at least in real life, that's what it does. So you definitely don't want to flood out in the middle of something like this, especially in the middle of Russia. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, I keep forgetting. When you're in manual, you actually have to back it up. So we want to cross over. To some shallower stuff. Because that gets quite deep. The trailer I don't care about. It can go through the deepest that it wants. The truck, especially the engine, needs to stay out of the water as best as possible. Now this doesn't look too bad here, so hopefully it isn't a trick. There we go. Just a cruising. So we made it through the water. That's the good thing. Little to no damage. Actually, no damage whatsoever. So we're doing good. And now we're just going to follow the road, essentially. There's going to be some more water up here, but I think we'll be okay. Yeah. 1+ just does not work when you're crawling. It just doesn't. Come on, get some traction. Thank you. Oh, by the way, I know how to turn my lights on now. You probably saw it in the what not to do video. But I did figure it out. Swive showed me if you press left bumper, you actually turn your headlights on. Which comes in handy. I could have used that with the little Jeep. Go around the tree. And just keep on trucking. Because we got a great big convoy. Never mind. It's just us. Alright. So we need to cut left. And I don't know about you guys, but that looks pretty friggin' deep. So what I'll do is back up initially. And then cut left. And we'll just stay on shore until we get to that less wide part over here. And then we'll just trounce across her. No problem whatsoever. Notice the little branch is still stuck in this. Oh, I say that and it goes away. Go figure. Just look at it. We're going to go ahead and turn our lights on because it looks like it's going to be getting darker. And visibility is key. Speed is key as well, but visibility more than anything. You can't see, you're not going to be able to do anything. And I have started to get used to the cameras a little bit. So, as you can see. This doesn't look too bad through here. I mean, it's kind of sticky, but not. Okay, that was pretty sticky right there. We better just leave it in first. We're doing good. We're making good time. You can see the sun's going down in that direction. There we go. Now we can get her moving. Just gotta watch, because when you get going faster, you tend to hit stuff and bad things happen to you. Trust me. Just look at her go, though. I'm not falling for it, though. I'm not taking diff lock off. Because the moment I do that, I sink in, and I don't want that. We want to avoid sinking in. This guy must be the slowest shifter in the world. You know what? We need to go through this. I don't know why, but we need to go through it. Just look at her. There we go. We'll just drive in first person for a minute. Just get a real appreciation for how nice everything is. Hey, look, the B-66. We unlocked it. Woohoo! But we don't need it. Just look how soupy this is. Good thing we didn't take diff lock off. Now, was that the only one that was up here, was the B-66? No. No, it wasn't. Back there, we missed it. Oh, stop trying to guess what I'm doing, game. You know what? Let's change truck real quick. This will give me an excuse to use the other truck. Where'd it go? Alright, so we're going to use this fuel truck here. Take the parking brake off, Spartan. And looks like we're just going to go almost essentially straight across the street. Let's jump in here and see what it looks like. Pretty much the same. Oh, it's always got diff lock on. But we just switched into all-wheel drive. So yeah, right over here we got another truck. B-131 again. Alright, so we've got that one unlocked. And it looks like it comes equipped for the good old log hauling. But we already jumped ahead of them on that. Come on, little truck. There we go. I think this would be a better truck to scout with than anything else. But let's go ahead and stop engine. Change truck. And let's pick up some logs. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. As soon as we get into this. And we've got logs. Yay! Spartan did something correctly. Alright. Alright, so where are we going? Straight ahead. Parking brake, Spartan. Parking brake. Act like you've never done this before. I mean, the good news is that our trailer shouldn't... Oh, yes, it still is. Alright, now we're going. Oops. Sorry about that. I'll fix it in a couple days. That looks a lot like the trailer that we hauled in the first episode. You guys remember that? Yep, that's what it looks like to me. Yeah, we just bumped it a little bit. It'll be... That is not what I'm trying to... Game! Cooperate, please! We should be able to get some speed going here in a minute. The problem is this frickin' gearbox doesn't know what it wants to do. So it may be an automatic, but it just does not get it. But unfortunately, if I put it in first, I only get first. So while it is not ideal, it's still better than staying in first the whole time. But we're going to do as much of this in first person as we can, because it's nighttime and seeing this way is actually easier. Because, yeah, you see. Come on. Yeah, we're fine. Just gotta go. This doesn't quite look right. What's the worst that can happen? After all, I'm Spartan Elite 43. I blaze my own trail. Yeah, see, all works out in a rinse cycle. Come on! Power! Alright, enough. Give me first gear. I'll take first gear over the constant stopping and shifting and stopping and shifting and stopping and shifting. I'll just take first. Oh, there is a heat gauge. There's also oil pressure. I wonder if they actually work. If it actually could be a thing. Do-do-do-do-do. On the road again. Really? This is where I get stuck? Why? I don't want to use the winch. Don't make me use the winch, game. Come on. Alright, I'm using the winch. I don't know what I'm stuck on, but whatever it is. That's better. Do-do-do-do-do. I just can't wait to get on the road again. Demonetized. What are we doing? The life I love is making music with my friends. Alright. Well, we're making headway. I do need to make a right-hand turn. Man, this thing turns like a semi. Who'd have thunk it? Come on, little truck. Actually, you're a big truck. Not a semi, but you're a big truck. I have faith in you. We can do this. Together, we will make this happen. Can't wait to see the other 2 trucks. I think there's 2. Or is there just one left? Is it just one? We already unlocked 2. So maybe it's just one. Fuel station! We made it! That's awesome. And we still had 3/4 of a tank, so it doesn't hurt to fuel up real quick. Alright. Now let's set the rest of the course. So we want to go here, 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 here. Looks like a pretty easy path from here on out. What do you think? I think we've done pretty good. I mean, we have driven a long ways. We've already driven 3,200 meters. I don't know if that's just this episode, but I think it is. And we've done it in 4 minutes. I think we're doing really, really well, guys. What could possibly go wrong? Spartan, you should probably not say that. Just gonna point that out. He says as he immediately bogs down in a giant swamp. Don't worry, we'll get through this. I have faith. Now that we're moving again, that was a bad plan, Spartan. Definitely a bad plan. But this is the worst part of it. We should have just stayed on the road and we'd have been fine. Pushing, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, Spartan. We gotta get these logs to the place. Sometime this week would be great. Seems like we've been driving forever, but it still says the time is only 6 minutes and 19 seconds. Unless that's not an actual timer for how long I've been playing, but a day timer, so that tells me it's 6:30 in the morning. I bet that's what it is. I'm an idiot. You guys already knew that. Look at that. Only thing I wish we could do was have like a trailer that has a drive shaft attached to it that you could hook to the back of a truck, because some of these trucks actually have that. Come on. Alright, we unlocked another B131. So let's go ahead and shift into reverse. Back her around. And put her back up in first and drive away. So we have all the trucks unlocked. Now all that's left is that we have to cross this river. So what do you guys think? You think we'll make it this time? We're in a bigger truck, so we've got a chance. Plus we're pretty heavy from the logs. I mean, those are some serious logs, and those are medium logs. So, I mean, we've got a shot. I'm going to try when I get up here to winch onto a tree early and see if I can't get myself across really quickly. Because I just have a feeling that this could easily go bad. Let's get into the cab view. Come on, Spartan! You can't do it! Keep her moving! You keep that nose pointed towards the driveway. You got this! Look at that! Don't you tip my truck, water! Come on! Power! Alright. I'm not too proud to winch. We made it, guys. Barely. But we made it. Look at that. Well, those tires didn't stay clean very long, did they? We're about to link up with the main road. Look at that truck. Look at me bouncing around in the truck. Just a working away. A little bit of water, but nothing big. After what we just went through, nothing can stop us. Nothing. We're gonna conquer the world. One bog at a time. Spartan Elite Trucking. At your service. Alright, I think we can get some speed now. I was wrong. Apparently the game's like, nah, you're not getting any speed. God, the AI for automatic is just absolutely brutal. Hopefully they get that fixed, because it's literally the entire time it's doing nothing but stopping, shifting, stopping, shifting, stopping, shifting, stopping, shifting. I've driven a stick most of my life. I prefer cars that are a stick. And if you can't shift, you shouldn't be driving a truck. I'm sorry. We had a old truck that I used to haul molds and stuff with when I worked at a plastics plant. I used to be a mold setter, and I had to haul their molds to places to get fixed and whatnot. And there's an old International 360, little 30-foot flatbed, and or somewhere in there. I don't know if it's actually 30 foot, but it's a flatbed, big truck. It's not a full-blown semi, but it's about as close as you're gonna get. It was just under the state's limit for having to have a CDL, so it was perfect. It had hydraulic brakes. It was a 5-speed. So everything was perfect to keep people from having to have a CDL. I don't have a CDL, but I can drive. And I had a blast in that thing, man. You just absolutely just get with yourself out on the road. It's just, there's something about it, man. Driving, when you know you're driving for 3 or 4 hours each direction and you're all alone. It's just you. It's up to you to make things happen, make things interesting. That's why I sing and whistle and do everything that I am, and why I'm a goofball. It's the way you have to be. Now, I believe the logging, yeah, we still got a little ways to go for the lumber mill, but we're on the right path. That's where we started at, guys, so we've come full circle. We've come full circle. That's awesome. And that's a lot of driving. Come on, Spartan. Just soggy muck like you wouldn't believe. Come on, Spartan. Get this thing a moving. Trying to drive without actually looking where I'm going. Probably not the best plan. But when you're going as slow as we are, I guess it's not that bad. Just driving around the place. Hey, I remember that. Wait a second. Did we pass where we were supposed to go? Nope, we're not even close. Goody. Go for it, truck. That's still amazing how they just it's just amazing how they can have the water move out of the way and stuff. Like, it's crazy. This tree's gotten the last laugh for the moment. And now we've hit the daggum thing. I don't recommend. Oh, no, 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 no! 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 After all that time! Guys? Oh, man. So that's what it looks like under the water. Well, I think that's about as fitting of an ending as you can possibly get. So, on that note, if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.